Imagine that you and your spouse have recently had a baby, a beautiful baby that you can't wait to take home. Now, imagine that your perfect little baby has been diagnosed with a heart defect and needs to have a transplant. What is the likeliness that the doctors will be able to find a donor in time? According to the United Network for Organ Sharing, there are 4,209 people on the waiting list for a new heart. This means that there are 4,208 people other than your baby that need a new heart. When you look at these odds of the child getting a transplant in time, it does not look good. Because there are so many people in the world that are relying on organ donations to save their lives, it is obvious that everyone should become an organ donor. The number of people needing new organs far exceeds the number of organ donors, leaving 6,000 people on average dying from something that could have been prevented. Everyone should be an organ donor in order to give your family comfort after your death, to give someone else a second chance, and to make a difference in the world. After you have passed, your family will be grieving. Knowing that you are giving someone else your organs as your final act in life will help comfort them. They will remember your organ donation as a selfless deed and feel proud. If you have a religious family that believes the body should remain intact for the afterlife, you need not worry. Live On New York, a federally designated organ procurement organization, says that practically every religion respects that it is an individual choice, and hospitals will work with your family in order to make sure that your body is treated with dignity. Not only does being an organ donor mean that you're giving someone a second chance to live, it also means that you are helping them live a normal life. Most transplant patients spend most of their time in hospitals and treatment facilities. Without a willing donor, they will also more than likely die in those facilities. However, if everyone became an organ donor, then the waiting list would not take so long, and patients could return home and carry out their lives as normal people do. People waiting on organs are also piling up medical expenses. Becoming an organ donor is completely free to you and your family and can help those waiting finally stop adding to their debt. In today's society, every generation from college students down is vastly more involved in wanting to make social changes. However, these generations are also less likely to register as organ donors. The Blood Center in Wisconsin has found that of all the people that die every day, only 2% of them are registered organ donors, and only half of those 2% actually donate. The fact that our own generation is less involved in something that could save lives is astonishing to me. We are the generation of change, and yet we have let this one big change slip through our fingers. Just one donor can save up to 8 lives. However, according to the Department of Health and Human Resources, 22 people die a day waiting for a transplant. Think about that for a minute. You alone could save 8 lives, which means that it would only take 3 people a day to save those 22 people. There are currently more than 3 people that die a day in the U.S., and if they were all registered donors, we could have a surplus of organs to choose from. Organ donation is something that could give you, your family, and others a special gift. The gift of power. You have the power to save lives. You have the power to make a difference. You have the power to become an organ donor. It's up to you to create a noble ending to your own life, so get out there and register today.